This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. Hi, I'm Suleiman Bilgate with Infinium Medical, and today we're going to go over our 3 patient monitors, which we are going to be launching into the U.S. market. And Infinium Medical, we're a manufacturer of patient monitors. These monitors are made here in Largo, Florida. We are a FDA, ISO, and CE certified manufacturer. We are also a service center for these monitors as well. So these monitors are manufactured by us as well as quality controlled and serviced by us as well. So we're going to be introducing 3 models. We have the CLEO vital signs monitor, Omni Express vital signs / bedside monitor, and the Omni K, which is a bit higher end operating room or bedside monitor. I'll start with the CLEO monitor here. So this monitor is a basic, spot check vital signs monitor. It'll measure your blood pressure, your SpO2, and it has a rapid temperature, Covidian Biolac rapid temp module that can be removed as well. One of the benefits to this monitor is that, since we manufacture this here and we've designed it so it can be highly configurable. So you can get it with the rapid temperature, without the temperature, any combination of blood pressure, SpO2, and temperature. What we can also do with this monitor is add tidal CO2 to it in place of the temperature module. So you could have a monitor that does blood pressure, SpO2, and tidal CO2, or you can have it with just tidal CO2 only, so it can just be a standalone capnograph, or CO2 and SpO2. That type of monitor, there's a demand for those, small capnography monitors in, in dental markets for sedation procedures, sleep studies, places like that. So if there's, niche markets for that type of configuration, but, generally, basically, blood pressure, SpO2 temp is kind of the most common configuration. And this monitor can be mounted on a rolling stand. We have GCX rolling stands with, quick slide release mounts. We also have wall mounts for this. They can be wall mounted as well. And it's a touch screen product, so very easy to use, very intuitive menu. So usually these don't really require much training to hospital staff. Usually we can just send these to people and quick, set up, quick phone call, or in most cases people can figure them out for themselves because the software interface is very simple. To make any adjustments, you just touch the vital sign you want to make changes to, and a menu pops up with 4 or 5 options, and very simple. So if you want to adjust your blood pressure, just push the button, the blood pressure icon, or the blood pressure numbers, and then your blood pressure menu will come up, allowing you to set it in automatic mode, set intervals, change your alarm limits. So very simple, very easy to use, and overall a very cost-effective monitor. And again, it's made here and serviced here and warranted here through us. So we support this monitor. It comes with a 2-year warranty, and of course, when it's purchased, it will come with all accessories and everything ready to use right out of the box. So that's the CLEO monitor, basically your vital sign spot check monitor, or can be configured into a CO2 capnograph monitor as well. So that's the CLEO. The only limitation to the CLEO monitor is that it does not have a printer built in. It does have an HL7 protocol, an Ethernet port there, which you can put it into an EMR system and get your data off of it that way. But the only limitation is it does not have a printer. You do need a printer. The next level monitor up is our Omni Express. So this monitor can be configured the same way as the CLEO. It has a larger screen, same type, touch screen. So this Omni Express comes in two versions. First version we call the Omni Express DS, which is simply like it's like a spot check monitor, or it's the same thing as what the CLEO is, to where it's blood pressure, SpO2, and either a rapid temperature or substitute the temperature for entitled CO2, and then it has a printer option. Printer goes right here. So basically what you have a vital signs monitor that with a larger screen with a printer option, or the capnograph monitor with printer option. Most common configuration is called, instead of the Omni Express VS, we just call it the Omni Express, to where we add EKG. So you have a patient, a full parameter patient monitor or bedside monitor. So then this monitor will come with ECG, SpO2, blood pressure, and also temperature. When it comes with the ECG, it comes with temperature, but the temperature is a skin surface, a continuous temperature rather than a spot check temperature. So that's how it comes in this configuration when it has the EKG, when it's set up to be like a bedside monitor. But same thing, very user intuitive, all touch screen. If you want to make an adjustment to any of the vital signs, push the vital sign, you get your menu. That's your EKG menu, that's your blood pressure menu, and so on. Very easy to use, doesn't require much training. Very similar to the Omni Express, just larger screen and, with the EKG option. This also has entitled CO2 option. So when you purchase this unit, you'll get, your ports will all be here. There will be an entitled CO2 port, which you can plug a entitled CO2 module into. And that can be done after the fact. Even if you purchase the monitor without entitled CO2, the customer wants to upgrade later to add entitled CO2, we will supply you a CO2 module, side stream CO2 or mainstream. We have both types. You plug it in, and then you can begin measuring entitled CO2 on this monitor. So that is pretty much the only option on this monitor is entitled CO2. It comes in its standard form, and you can add entitled CO2 later. So got a 7.5-inch touchscreen, high resolution, it's very bright. You can see it from far away. The numbers are somewhat large. You can get up to, I believe, you can get up to 4 waveforms on the screen if you'd like. So you can watch multiple leads of EKG along with your respiration and SpO2. So that's the Omni Express. Again, similar to the CLEO with EKG and printer options. Also can be set up as a vital signs monitor or as a bedside monitor or minor procedure monitor with entitled CO2. And that leads into our Omni Express monitor, which is our more advanced patient monitor. This monitor can be configured in for bedside monitoring, an operating room, minor procedures, sedation procedures. Basically, this one is the same thing as the Omni Express, just a larger screen and a little more advanced options in it. Also has a little more in-depth menu. You can monitor more waveforms. It has the options for invasive blood pressures. You also have an entitled CO2 port, so you can add your entitled CO2 during purchase or after. This one also accepts phase-in anesthetic agent monitoring modules. So you can use this as an anesthesia monitor as well, if you so choose, just by adding a anesthetic gas module to it. So your EKG on this one is your standard 3 or 5 lead EKG, which is the same as the Omni Express. You do have the capability to add to 12 lead EKGs to this if standard. It will come with a standard 3 and 5 lead EKG. Blood pressure SpO2. This has 2 temperature ports rather than the single temperature port, as we saw in the Omni Express. So dual continuous temperatures. Invasive blood pressures are optional. The ports are there, the software's there. If you just would have to buy the accessories from us if you wanted to start using invasive blood pressure. But same as the Omni Express, very intuitive, very easy to use. If you want to adjust a parameter, just push the button, menu pops up. Also comes with an integrated printer. It has ports on the back for networking. There's a VGA output if you want to watch this on a larger monitor. Ethernet port, which we have an HL7 protocol for this, so it can connect to most hospital EMR systems or even more simple medical device record systems. So we can always create a bridge to any type of medical electronic record system with our HL7. So our EKG also comes with, so it's 3 or 5 lead is standard. It also has an ST and it has an arrhythmia as a standard. It's not an optional feature. It comes standard. So you'll have your arrhythmia review. These are the different types of arrhythmias that it measures. You can individually switch either any one of these off or on as it's measuring the EKG. And the blood pressure module we use is SunTech blood pressure module. It's a SunTech Advantage. It's a very high-end module, probably the best one on the market. The SpO2, we have our standard BCI compatible. We do have options for Nellcor or Massimo SpO2 if it's required by your customer. And there's a set of soft keys on the side of this. Touchscreen as well as has these quick go-to keys where you can start and stop a blood pressure, silence your alarms, quick access to your setup menu if you want to manipulate your waveforms. You can freeze your screen or access your trends, and you can quick button for recording. So that's pretty much the Omni Express. These are the 3 monitors we'll be focusing on into the domestic, into the U.S. market. We have hundreds of these installed currently, and many installed around the world. So we're pretty satisfied with the platform, and we think they'll be pretty successful. And one thing I'll go over quickly is our Entitle CO2 module. This is a plug-in module we'll use. It can go into the Omni Express or the Omni K. In the CLEO, the capnography is built in, so you'll just plug your nasal cannula or your sample line right into the monitor. With this, you can either clip the module to the patient bed or fix the module to the back of the monitor and then run your sample lines or nasal cannulas from this module. The separate CO2 modules is nice because it's field upgradable. You can move this around multiple monitors. If you have a customer purchasing multiple monitors, they need Entitle CO2. They don't have to have Entitle CO2 on every monitor. They can buy one module, move it around to different monitors as needed. Also, having a separate CO2 module is very easy to service. You don't have to send the monitor in. If your Entitle CO2 goes down, just send the module and we will replace it. So that's it pretty much with the monitors. Before I get into our next product category, Ben, do you have any questions?
Yes, Layman. Tell us a little bit about your central station solution. I know you do offer a central station.
Yeah, we do. We offer a central station. It's a Windows-based PC, very easy to use. It's Wi-Fi. So it can go up to 64 beds. It is 16 beds per screen. So we can, it'll be split one or, multiple screens. So basically how that works is you will take the monitor, we supply a wireless module, which goes into these two screws here, and we'll plug into this RS-232 port, and we set up a computer with it's a private network, so it'll have its own Wi-Fi and its own router, which will pick up the signal of each wireless module. So as long as you're within the Wi-Fi range of the central station, 300 feet or so, maybe more, your monitor, all your information on the monitor will feed into the central station.
Okay, very good. Another question is, what's a typical delivery time from the time you receive an order for a monitor?
We keep everything in stock. We usually stock monitors. If we have to build it, 3 days. This really doesn't exceed 3 days, even for a large order. Everything's made in-house. Where we stock parts. We have a pretty high-end inventory management system called Sage ERP. So it automatically reorders parts for us as they go out of stock. So any given time, we can have a monitor to a customer, in less than a week.
That's great. Fantastic.
Yeah. So, you have any more questions, or I could get into the laryngoscopes if you'd like to take a look.
Let's talk about the video laryngoscope.
Okay, excellent. One here. So our video laryngoscopes, there are two types. We do a reusable blade video laryngoscope and a disposable blade video laryngoscope. Just depends on customer preference. Some customers don't mind cleaning the blade, so they prefer the reusable blades. Those that don't like to take the time to clean the blades or are not doing that many intubations per day will go with the disposable blade video laryngoscope. This is the scope here. Very easy to use. We've got a lot of very good feedback from the market on this product. So very, it's all steel construction, heavy plastic handle, 3.5-inch screen, larger than most, compact laryngoscopes on the market. So that's that. So you'll have your screen here, and then in the reusable blade unit, you'll have three blade options. It'll come with three blade standard. You'll have a size 2, 3, and 4 blades. Size 1 and 5 blades are also available with options. But basically, there's your blade. It's like a standard Macintosh blade. It will clip into the scope, lock in place, and then you'll have your LED light, and your optic is right there. It's anti-fog. It has an anti-fog coating, and the light source keeps the optic the same temperature as where it is, so it doesn't fog. And I don't know if you can see this on the camera, but that's your kind of your image there, so you can see as you're intubating. It's a very clear, clean image. You can also record just by clicking this button. It'll snap photos as you snap. If you hold the button down, it will take a video. And there's an SD card built in here with a good sized memory. It can hold a few hours of video or a bunch of photos. So that can be used as liability purposes or for training. And then you can take this laryngoscope. There's a mini USB port here. You just plug it into your computer, and you can upload the photos and videos right into your PC, just like any digital camera. So it's a very easy product, very compact. When we ship these, they come just like this. Come in a metal case. Come with three reusable blades with pockets for each blade for your laryngoscope. Come with a USB cable, also a charger. Charges just like a cell phone. your operating manual and cleaning instructions are on a USB drive there. So that's the reusable laryngoscope. The disposable blade is pretty much the same thing. This laryngoscope, disposable blade, more common in the EMS market. But same thing here, what you have is your optic is built onto the handle, and your blades are plastic blades in sterile packaging, and they slide over this rail here. So you can see image quality is pretty much the same. I don't know if I can get this on the camera there. You can see your image quality about the same as it was on the reusable blade laryngoscope. And this laryngoscope, same as the other, they have a tilting and pivoting head, the screen, so you can watch it from multiple angles. Same thing, you can take photos, video, download your photos, replay your photos, replay your videos. Now this laryngoscope will come with one of each size blade. Blade sizes 1 through 5. So this will come with one sample blade, sizes 1 through 5. Sizes 1 through 5 are available at any time. And we stock the blade all the time, so we can have blades supplied to anywhere in the country within a day. So that's the disposable blade video laryngoscope. And 1 year warranty on these laryngoscopes.
Slayman, what are the two markets? You've got one with disposable blades, one with reusable blades. Historically, which market buys which unit?
Historically, the reusable blade goes, I find anesthesiologists traveling, especially traveling anesthesiologists, surgery centers, hospitals will buy the reusable blade unit. This disposable blade unit is usually purchased in the EMS market. They like there's a big price differential between the reusable blade and disposable, because this has one optic, whereas the reusable blade laryngoscope, there's 3 optics in each optic in each blade. So very big cost saving on this. You just have to purchase the blades, which are nominally priced compared to everything else on the market. In the EMS market, they don't do too many intubations like they would in a surgery center. So purchasing a disposable blade unit, stocking 10, 20 blades usually gets them by for a good amount of time. So that's kind of where I've seen the market go with these two products. So do you have any other questions about the laryngoscope?
Slayman, I think you've covered it all. This is a great introduction to your product line, and we look forward to supporting you on this. If we've got any other questions, our team will have your contact information and we'll reach out to you. But thank you so much for your time today, and look forward to working with you more.
Excellent. Yeah, I look forward to it too. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Enjoy.